Alyork Sports Show. Second show of the new year, new decade. Playoffs are crazy. Last week, dogs winning, favorites winning. We don't know what's happening. This week, it's going to be 8 teams left, and 7 of them weren't here last year. Remember that. There's one team that was in this position last year, the Chiefs. Everybody else brand new, so we're going to find out what happens. So this is going to be an exciting week. We got a lot to talk about with the NFL playoffs. We got the college championship coming up Monday. It's Clemson, LSU. Man, it's a hell of a game. When's the last time we saw a team that hasn't won and hasn't lost a game in 2 years, underdogs by this much? So, we'll get it popping. We got a lot to talk about. NBA, hockey, all that's going on right now. Just too much stuff going on. Baseball on the horizon. Be ready. We were 0-3 last week in the free plays. 29-25 overall for the whole season since September when we started. 54%. We keep it 100 though. We don't try to hide or duck about what our record really was. Let my man out.
I heard that. What up, people? Brave Brinks in the building. DJ Artie, Party Artie. What up, baby? Chris in the building. JLES. Yeah, man. What we basically breaking down what Noah Park is saying is that we the only show that will start off and just come out and say we went 0-3 last week. Ain't no shame in our game. We the raw truth. What's our percentage now?
54%.
Well, we 54% on free plays, but you're still a profit. We lost every game by 1 possession. We're not making excuses. We could have easily went 3-0, but we went 0-3. We ain't gonna lie to y'all. We're gonna keep handling, we're gonna keep giving y'all plays, and we're gonna get it right, like we always do. And as far as anything else, you want to get anything off before that? Before we get this show started?
The fact that we were 1 possession away, though.
That hurts, man, as a gambler, man.
It does.
That hurts, man.
At least we know we was right there. It's not like we gave out games that lost by 4 touchdowns.
G. Santana, I see you, big dog.
We went either way. So it was almost like coin flip games, just on the wrong side of them. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we probably played them the same plays again, and it could have been a different result. So,
though we had the Eagles +2. They lose by a touchdown. They was in the red zone multiple times.
And they lost their starting quarterback.
Lost their starting quarterback. We had the Saints money line. I don't even want to get into that. And then what was our last play? I don't even remember right now, bro.
It was something else that I didn't get there. I know that, but it came down.
Oh, Patriots first half.
Right.
They were up 10-7 at the 1 yard line. They could have covered. But you know what? We went 0-3. I'm just letting y'all know, as gamblers, that shit killed us more than anything else. All right, let's start the show. You ready, baby?
Let's go.
Ready to talk to them? All right, shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Syndicate Radio TV, Vegas Divas, One Voice, D Beaming. And shout out to everybody tuning in. Y'all know y'all going to get everything we got. And that's the only thing we can do is give you what we got. Shout out to Credit Fix. Never too late to get your credit. I keep telling y'all, I got that dude. Inbox me, IG me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. First topic of the day is something that I kind of cover myself in my 15 minutes. But I definitely want to hear Noah Parker's perspective. Jason Garrett's officially out as the Dallas Cowboy coach. Mike McCarthy's in. I want to hear your perspective. I'm going to give another perspective, but we're going to start with Noah Parker's perspective on is it a good thing or a bad thing for the Joneses and the $1 billion playpen? Talk to him.
Keeping up with the Joneses, huh? I mean, we talked about it last week.
Bishop!
It was right, he was on the doorstep of getting out. Everybody knew that Garrett was pretty much done. I mean, he had chance after chance. He had a decade. I mean, that's a long time.
9 years, yep. I said a decade.
I said a decade. I mean, that's real. That's longer than I thought he was going to last.
All right, while you there, Gary was 85-67, 2-3 in the postseason, no chips. Keep talking.
Right, and you know that, to me, Jerry Jones kind of reminds me of Steinbrenner a little bit in the fact that he was more of a cutthroat kind of guy early on. He didn't take nothing. He wanted to be the reason why they went in. So, I mean, to go this long without winning the big one, I was surprised he lasted.
Winning a lot of money, by the way.
Exactly.
Every year he's got a product to bank.
Yes.
But I kind of seen him, if you're going to remind him of George Steinbrenner,
just some parts.
Brian want to win. Steinbrenner want to win. Steinbrenner gets championships. Mm-hmm. Jones started out that way. And then we haven't won, because I'm a Cowboy fan, not ashamed to say it on my show, in what, 20-somewhat years?
Yeah.
Come on, bro, but get it.
So, I mean, I was surprised he lasted this long. So, it was time. Made a move. Now, I think Mike McCarthy was the safe option, because he could have went other routes. There was other guys he could have gambled with a Lincoln Riley. He could have went the Urban Meyer route.
I wanted Urban.
Right. He could have brought a college quarterback, a college
Ken Waterman.
College coach up, but he didn't. He went with the fact that this guy's won a ring before. He's been there, had a quarterback that he kind of developed and got there. So to me, it's the safe option. Don't know if it's the winning option. I would say it's like from 1 to 10 scale, like a 6.5.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It ain't that bad.
I thought you was going to trash it. I thought you was going to say a 3.5.
Not that bad, not that good. We don't know what he's going to bring to the table yet. Remember, he kind of fell off in Green Bay. I mean, after
Mr.
that,
Ken Waterman say your hair look nice.
Oh, thanks. But it was
We want questions, y'all. Hold up. We want questions today. Last week, I know we got all the answers, but damn, y'all didn't really ask us nothing.
I ain't got no questions for
Get your question, yeah, but try to get something. But
giving them the answers before they can say the question.
Right.
But it's the safe option. And I
Blondie.
think in Dallas, they know that we got so much talent. We just got to find the right guy to run this ship so we can get to the ship. So,
got you.
Overall, Jerry Jones acted quick. He only interviewed 2 people, right? Marvin Lewis and him. So,
yeah, he did that Rooney shit.
Yeah, that was a Rooney rule, right?
Yeah, he want to make sure he put the brother in there so there's no speculations of any racial.
Go ahead, Marvin. We
know what I mean?
We get a couple questions. All right, come on, Mike. So that didn't last too long, but hey, they made a quick decision, and he's their new head coach. So we'll see what happens.
Do you like his decision? Is the question. Don't be behind the bush. It's either yes or no.
We don't know. I mean, I guess yes, because we would never know when you bring these college coaches like Kingsbury or these young guys. Nobody really knows what they can bring to. We know what Mike's done,
right,
in Green Bay. So
the resume's there. Yeah, now people gonna say, "Oh, but he had Aaron Rodgers."
Jerry said that he checked all the boxes.
You still got to win.
That's what Jones said. After the only reason he got hired was he checked all the boxes.
Right.
Quote unquote. So to me, if that's what his goal was in a head coach, that's what he wanted. That's what he got.
Well, me being a Cowboy fan, I think is what you call a safe signing, meaning that if we would have went after Urban and went after Lincoln Riley, you see what I'm saying, and struck out, then McCarthy probably would not have been available.
Right.
Because the Giants were on him and the Browns wanted him.
Yeah.
So what he did, he took the safe route, which is still an adjustment, and it's still a better thing for us Cowboys because McCarthy got a better record, has a chip under his belt, and more experience.
Right.
He's been coaching 13 years. Now, do I think he's a perfect fit? No. I think McCarthy's old school. I think he's old school. That's why Aaron Rodgers had a lot of problems with him because he wasn't feeling his play calling.
So you don't think the analytics are there?
I think they're gonna figure it out. I think they'll get a young coordinator like they did last year. Not as young as Kellen Moore,
right?
But we'll get somebody that can actually spice up the offensive play calling because we have to spice it up in the Big D because Dak Prescott. You need to spread him out with Dak. You got to run Ezekiel. And if Dak can't find nobody, he's got to be to utilize his legs. And that's, from a coach perspective, you got to play to Dak Prescott's strengths. And I think that Mike McCarthy could do that. Unlike Aaron Rodgers, who already had his own agenda, I think Dak is at a point, since he didn't get that money yet, he's still willing to learn and to take it to that next level through a coach, unlike Aaron, where you can't tell him a motherfucker. Right. Allen's already who he is. You ain't changing him no what, no how. So at the end of the day, it's a solid pickup because we do upgrade a notch. But I would have loved, I'm going to make it real live on y'all. I would have loved to have gotten Urban Meyer. That would have been my guy right there. So any last things you want to say about the pickup?
I said we'll see if Urban goes somewhere else now. I don't think he will in the NFL.
Right.
I think he'll go back to the collegiate level, but...
I see you, Slam. I see you, Gabrielle. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Okay, now we're going to go right into... It's kind of late to go to the post game on Saturday's games, but I just want to go through a few games with you, pick your brain a little bit. We're going to start off on Saturday's games with your Buffalo Bills at the Houston Texans. The Bills were up 16-zip at half.
No, 13-zip at half.
Or 13-zip. They were cruising. Like Smokey Robinson, in Smokey Robinson's words, cruising. What happened?
You know, it's funny. I kind of sounded like you a little bit. I had one of my friends who's a Buffalo Bills fan texted me at halftime. We looking good. This is looking like this way we supposed to do. Our defense legit. And I said, oh no. This is how you sound.
That's the kibosh.
No, that's how you
You kiboshing my shit when you do that.
And as soon as I got that text, I said, oh no, this ain't look good. Shout
You're
out.
right, Big Lou. Lou, I want some questions from you. Last week, I didn't get enough participation from you guys. Now, I'm going to knock us because we were just steaming through every topic. We just gave y'all too much. But what's on your mind means a lot to us. So, Lou, especially you, Lou, you know the game. You've been in the game for a while. And he did say they choked. That's bottom line.
Yeah,
ain't no other way around it.
They changed their offense around. They started being more conservative. And
I love they start, though. You couldn't have asked for a better start for the Buffalo Bills on Saturday, bro.
Right down the
I mean, Josh Allen he was flinging it. He had a big yard run. What is it, 40-yard run?
42-yard run.
I mean, this guy had 92 yards rushing the rock.
He led the team in rushing.
You dig what I'm saying? He choked late, though, but wait for my part. Noah's going to finish up.
And then, you know, to start the half, they get that fluke touchdown. They call it a touchdown, and they say, wait. Not a touchdown. He gave himself up, so that was a tease. And
right,
then,
but you know that was accurate.
Yeah, it was the right call.
The guy surrendered himself.
It was just a tease to Bills fans.
I feel you.
I didn't even see the play.
That would have been ball game.
I didn't even see the play.
That would have been ball game.
Yeah. I was looking down at something else. I look up, I'm like, 19-0. I thought we got the kickoff. They got the kickoff. So then after that, the key was, you know, when you're up 16-0, you're up 2 possessions. You got to stop one of those 2-point conversion tries.
Lou got something there.
He said they had a lock. They just broke down.
Yeah.
You know, the 2-point conversion tries. But hey, you got to give all the credit in the world to Deshaun Watson. He did his thing. A bunch of those plays
prove that he's a big time quarterback.
He did this at Clemson. We know
exactly
what he could do. And,
now are you going to give him credit for avoiding that sack by those 2 guys? Because that day you ain't giving him no credit.
Still not giving him credit. He got sacked into the other guy, which kept him up. On his
So in other words, what Noah was saying is, one guy knocked him basically down, and the other guy hit him and lifted him back up. But don't you still, as a quarterback, have to want to be up? Because I know dudes that just would have fell like on some dead man.
If you get tackled into somebody else who keep you up, if you wasn't in the way, I would have fell on the ground. The play's over.
But you're not giving him no credit for rolling out after that.
After that, he had the presence.
Now you said a check down. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna agree with a check down, but he was the only one really open.
Yeah.
And Tawan Jones, yo, dog, when he caught that ball, that kid just took off like a rocket, man. I thought he was going to the house with it.
It's hard to talk about this game, but in overtime, we got a 3rd and 10. Josh Allen scrambles
at your own
to the
40,
side.
right?
Yeah, their 40.
Oh my gosh.
Rolls to the right, jumps over a defender, falls out of bounds on the 34, 5-yard line. Enough for a 51, 52, 53-yard field goal.
And your guy's been solid, right?
And they call Hauschka. And they call a blindside block. If you see the play, they showed the replay. Dude didn't fall down. It wasn't nothing blindside about it. I was upset about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, as a Cowboy fan, I had that same play called at Lincoln Financial Field against the Eagles in a tight game where we picked up like 20-something yards. And that same type of, when the guy wasn't looking blindside, didn't even pop him, just basically stood up to him, and they bring us back 15. So I've been there. So you're not really telling me nothing with that, but go ahead.
Okay, and there was also an intentional grounding they called where the ball was tipped.
Right.
And they didn't, and they still called it. When you ball's tipped like that, it's supposed to no avoid any pass interferences, any intentional grounds, but they didn't call that one either. They didn't even review it.
Right. Okay, last word. We don't want to overkill on this Bills game. What did you get out that game? Are you extremely proud of your squad?
I'm happy. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs, so for them to get this far was still good. Obviously, I want them to win a playoff game because it's been 25 years.
But Noah, you said in the beginning of the year they was going to win 10 games, so playoffs should already been in your mind.
I mean, I'm
surprised you didn't want a little more.
As a Bills fan, though, I'm always pessimistic, thinking we're gonna screw it up somehow.
Got you.
So for them to get this far, hey, it's a stepping stone. At least they scored this time. 2 years ago, they were in the playoffs, didn't even score against the Jaguars.
Well, I like what they seen. They competed. Mm-hmm. And you can't say that about every team.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that everyone knew the best part of the team was the defense, and that's what let them down to get a 16-0 lead. But that defense, it hurt. But,
well, what I got to say is I love you guys coaching.
Yeah, yeah.
That dude's the truth. I love him. What he's under contract for at the present moment?
He's there for another few years, I think.
Well, I think you should give him an extension right now for what he did with that ball club.
Make some phone calls.
Yeah, make some phone calls. All right, that's your Buffalo Bill Houston Texans game, 22-19. Houston. Now we going to Foxborough. Talk to the peoples and tell them what the hell happened with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in Foxborough this week, where they lost 20-13 to the Tennessee Titans that just basically ran the ball down their throat. Talk to him.
Derrick Henry, that's it. He was the whole game.
Best running back in the game, you agree?
No, but he was.
Who you like in front of him?
There's some good running backs out there.
Give me one that's better than Derrick Henry right now.
What's getting paid more than him is Todd Gurley.
No, forget about what's getting paid. Who's doing better than him right now?
To me, if you get paid more than another guy, you better run.
No, I don't mean that.
That's just what I
don't mean that, though.
Okay.
All right, Carson Wentz is getting paid more than Brady. He ain't better than Brady.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right.
No, there's some good running backs in the league all over the place, but I say Henry did a hell of a job on Saturday. But the game plan was we don't even need to use Tannehill. Tannehill don't have to kill us. He just that run defense is so bad in New England. We don't want to throw it to Gilmore. We don't have to.
Yeah, but they stacked the box and still ran down their throat.
Right.
It was 34 for 180 yards.
Yeah, 180.
He killed
so a combination of that and the fact that Brady had no weapons on offense and didn't look good pretty much the second half of the season.
One play away for putting the game away.
Right, the game was over right there, though.
But you know that, right? Yep. 10-7 lead right before the half.
Yep. First and goal.
And that had to do with our ticket, too. We lost our ticket. They punch it in, go up 17-7.
Whole new ballgame.
Do you remember New England's record after halftime with the lead?
No.
Like one loss. Something like 80 or 50-something and one.
Their record before this game, they don't lose 2 games in a row.
That too.
And that was crazy because they lost to the Dolphins last week in Foxborough.
Yeah.
And then they're still in Foxborough, no travel. To lose 2 games in a row, it really was a setback for the New England Patriots and their dynasty. So we'll see where they go from here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this offseason with Tom Brady.
Okay, that's what I was going to get into before we go to our next game. What has to happen for Uncle Tom and Belichick? To me, I think all 3 of them have to stay, and I know that's not going to happen. I think McDaniel's definitely gone. He's going to get a head coaching gig. What has to happen for all of them to reunite, or maybe 2 out of the 3, and keep Brady in Foxborough?
To me, I don't think Belichick wants Brady no more. That's in my opinion. I think he knows he's done. He's shot.
Right.
He's still mad they got rid of Garoppolo. If it was his decision,
and Brady's still mad that he thought about getting Garoppolo. So that's what the
rift is, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I think Belichick wants to move on, but I don't know if Brady does yet. So we're gonna see what happens. Because why would Brady want to? I
think Brady's willing to move on.
I don't think Brady wants to come back to a team with no weapons.
Right.
That's the point.
That's the thing. They're gonna have to
break bread, bring some.
Well, they got weapons, but what they need is a separation guy to let the other guys get open, like Sanu, Edelman, Harry, etc. Dorsett. But you got to get that one guy that's going to create a double team beside Edelman. Because Edelman's game's getting murdered right now because of the fact that he can't get separation on them double teams. But anyway, let's go to Who Dat Nation or Blue Dat Nation.
Blue Dat.
Drew Brees once again went to the Big Easy. Matter of fact, lives in the Big Easy. The Vikings and Kirk Cousins went up to the Big Easy and took that game 26-20. This game right here robbed a lot of gamblers of a lot of money. I'm talking about thousands of dollars. And me personally, it got me also, not that much, but it got me also. Your take on what could have happened in this game, or what could have happened different? What would you have done different if you was Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints? They lost 26-20.
I've been saying it for 6 weeks now.
They're choking, man.
No, not just that they choke. I said that Teddy Bridgewater should have been the quarterback of this team. And I'm going to keep saying it.
Piece of bottle.
Breeze got the records, and he's the man in New Orleans. But when the pocket collapsed every time.
Irvin, what up, baby?
He was done. You see, there was no scrambling. He can't do all that. Bridgewater had that second weapon. He didn't lose a game when he was in there for 6 games either, Bridgewater. So
hold up. Let me freeze you right now. So what you're telling everybody who's tuning in,
I've been saying it before.
All the Alyork sports peoples and Noah Parker, that you would have started Teddy Bridgewater in this huge, I don't want to say, as game, but I said it. In this big game, you would have started Teddy over one of the greatest ever in Drew Brees.
What I'm saying is I never would have brought Breeze back after he was.
It's too late to say that now.
I said it back then, and I'm still saying. You act what I
But
was
he's
gonna
healthy though.
It don't matter. He got Wally pipped. Okay, he got Joe DiMaggio.
Listen, you know Breeze is that organization.
Until Bridgewater started showing me.
But you know Breeze is the organization.
Of course, yeah.
You know he's the one in the huddle that gets them going, right? He knows he's the one that get them going.
And he's the reason why they're not playing this week. All right. So,
I wouldn't say just him. Even though he had that huge fumble, yes, and that early interception when he went deep, that kind of killed the momentum. He's a big part of them not going to the next level.
Right.
But the defense couldn't get no stops either late, bro.
No, that's true. And the Vikings.
You got Kirk Cousins go 50-something yards on you in overtime. I do not care if their best defender was out the game. You do not let that happen. And Thielen been killing them the whole game. How do you let this happen?
And that Dalvin Cook, I mean,
Cook destroyed him. He only had a buck, but he had 100 yards, but he was also effective, catching the ball, running the ball, finding the slots. Dalvin Cook played like the way I knew he can play.
I want to say that Taysom Hill played as a better quarterback than Breeze, too. I mean, to me, Breeze was the third best quarterback on that team.
Wow. Okay, real fast for the people.
Taysom Hill was the one that threw that.
Real fast for the people. Is it over for the New Orleans Saints? Meaning, is Breeze, Peyton, are one of them gone? Are they still going to have this marriage?
I don't think Breeze retiring, but I think Bridgewater out of there now, and I think I thought Sean Payton was going to go.
Sabato, you ain't lying. I've been saying that the whole after the game, man. I was feeling Taysom Hill. The kid is a beast. He was so good. I would have played him on defense. Eric Supervader, I see you, baby. Daisy Gonzalez, my sister Dino. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Talk to him.
I was just thinking that I thought that Sean Payton was going to go for the Cowboys job, but he never did. So maybe he does.
But I told you why. They wanted two number ones and two number twos. Right. You're not going to deplete our draft like that. I love Payton. We could have had Payton before we signed Garrett. That's where we messed up at. We could have had him without all those draft picks. But anyway, do they marriage ends at this moment?
Your boy saying to the Panthers. Breeze to the Panthers. Hey, that would be different.
That's not bad, E. That's not bad.
And then Cam goes to the Bears, or Cam goes.
Yeah, I like to see Cam go to the Bears, and I like to see Brady go to the Chargers or the Bears. But I don't see him with the Bears. I just don't see that fit. But I do see him going to L.A. if it came down to that. But do they marriage ends real fast before we don't overkill?
I'll say something's going to happen different this offseason. I think they've made enough runs. 3 years in a row, they've been knocked out by one possession.
If you Sean Payton, do you grab Drew Brees right now and you tell him, I had a great decade plus with you.
But we're going to go with Teddy.
No, but we're going to go different directions.
I think that's the best. I think that's
because I think Teddy can lead that off. And I don't think Teddy's great. And plus, he got his leg amputated, so his leg is basically one hit away from being done. One hit.
Yeah.
But do you ride with Teddy or you say Taysom Hill? It's your team.
I mean, you got both of them. You can keep both of them still.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
I would keep Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill, and hug the shit out of Drew Brees. Thank him. Make a Drew Brees streak. Hope that he will retire and stay in the organization, which you know he's not. Because Brees is a competitor. But I think I would end the marriage. That's just my take. And any last words?
Eric saying must be Dak.
Nah, he ain't going over there.
Dak
Eric,
must be out of there.
You crazy, Eric? They about to sign Dak. Dak's the future over there. Any last words before we move on?
That's it.
Okay, 26-20 Viking victory.
Great win by the Vikings.
Great win. Bad loss by the Saints once again, third year in a row. People want to talk about that pass interference. Man, it should not even came down to that. Now let's go to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, which I thought was the boringest game
of all time.
Out of all four games. I mean, it was very competitive as far as score-wise. But once Carson Wentz went down, that's another bad luck that we got. We had Wentz and company, and he was out after the second possession. He got speared. Which I thought, yeah, you thought that should have been called?
Yeah, it should have been a penalty, but I don't know about that.
Not kick him out the game.
Nah, penalty. Okay. Definitely a targeting penalty, 15 yards. But not kicking him out.
I got you, E.
And that was pretty much the nail in the coffin for the Eagles because, they wasn't about to win nothing with 40-year-old Josh McCown. That's who it was, Josh McCown, right? And
One of them accounts.
Yeah, not.
Man, he ain't a pure bum. The guy can throw the ball.
Josh McCown.
Yeah, he can throw the ball.
Tough loss though for the Eagles because this was Wentz's time to finally say, "Hey, I can do this. I don't need Foles," and then didn't even make it to.
This was Wentz, Steve Young's time. Get the monkey off his back, but Young had to do it with a Super Bowl.
Right.
All Wentz had to do was win a couple games to get that monkey off his back, kind of. You know what I mean? And then to the next
question. Yeah. What moves you think the Jets?
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. Anything last on the Viking on the Eagles game?
No, that was just a bad loss. Everybody knew it was over.
Yeah, once Wentz went down, we knew the game was over. Now, E, we're going to go to your question. I'm going to ask you first, what do the Jets have to do to get better?
They didn't really have a bad year. Okay, mono happened to Darnold, and then that ruined the year.
He said it was a clean hit. Clowny. No, it wasn't a clean hit. Yeah. Once you touch the helmet or the head, E, it's automatic a dirty hit. Now, I don't think it was purpose. I think that there was a lot of movement that led him to hit him in the head, but that's supposed to be an automatic penalty regardless, but definitely not an ejection. Back to the Jet question.
They didn't really have a bad year. I think they got to shore up.
They had a horrible start.
Yeah, I mean,
horrible start.
Donald had mono.
Yeah, so what you got to do, E, is start off better. Y'all won a lot of games when y'all would consider out the playoffs.
Right.
It's easy to win like that because there's no pressure.
Remember, this next year, the Patriots ain't the Patriots, so they can make a run. I mean, Dolphins are still in the cellar. The Bills had a good year, but the Jets could be right there. I think you have a good draft. They'll be right there.
It's all on Donald, though. If Donald could...
Le'Veon said he want to be there, so...
Yeah, of course he want to be there. He won 6 games in a row. Now he want to talk that. Before he was talking some other stuff. My thing is, he has to slide, bro.
Yeah.
Don't matter, though. He did go down. But he didn't slide. But he did go down. Clowney, like I said, he hit that. But we're going to move on. The Jets got to have a better start. The talent is there. I thought the talent was there last year. I like Crowder at the receiver spot. I like Bell. I like Donald. I think their defense is not the worst. What they were ranked, Bobby, in mid-level?
Somewhere like
15. Get a better start. You get a better start, you can end up 9-7, 10-6, and then maybe y'all can start beating the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, for last season, you can always say y'all beat the Cowboys too. So that is season 1. Still beat his Cowboys.
Okay, we got 4 big games this weekend. 4 huge games. Me and Noah Parker's going to basically break down what needs to happen. We're not giving you the free picks to the end of the show, but this is what needs to happen. James Thompson, thank you for tuning in, man. Right, start and start. Yeah, Eric's agreed with me with the start and strong. You got to start off strong. Okay, this Saturday, we going to 9 to town. The Vikings is coming off the biggest win of the year. Kirk Cousins' biggest win of his life. I think they shot their load. I think that's where it ends for Kirk Cousins and company. The line is -7 for the Niners, 44.5. 13-3 Niners, 10-6 Vikings. What do the Vikings have to do to steal this game? Your take.
I mean, Dalvin Cook has to have another big game. Diggs has to do a little more. I mean,
look at them, baby. Talk to them.
They've been great on the road, though.
Talk to them.
So at the end of the day, they know they're kind of free rolling here. Like, we don't got nothing to lose. We wasn't even supposed to be here.
Right. Hold on, Pete. Hold on. I don't want to miss the question because then they won't ask questions. Pete said Jets need another receiver, tight end. I agree with you, Pete. They got a guy that's always hurt too. Some African name guy, Anua, something like that.
Right.
He's always hurt. But they got Crowder and they got Anderson, correct?
Right.
So they're not that bad, Pete. But you're right. They probably need another weapon. I agree with you. Yeah, brother.
Especially for Darnold.
Yeah.
But back to
Pete's a USC guy, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He loves Darnold. That's why he's even entertaining the Jets. Because he wouldn't entertain the Jets. I promise you.
I was wondering why, but. All right, back to where he's at. I mean, I don't think Kirk Cousins is that bad. I mean, he had a couple bad games, but on the road, he shows out a little bit more. He's a more kind of guy that plays when it don't really matter. I mean, when it doesn't have all the pressure on him, he can show out.
When his back's against the wall.
Right, and he knows there's no pressure because they're not supposed to be in this round. Everyone knows that they were supposed to lose to the Saints.
So you playing with house money with the Vikings right now.
Yeah, you free rolling. So I think they can make some noise. The line came out 6.5. It's up to 7 now. It was a weird number. It opened up 6.5. Everybody thought it was going to be 7.
Right.
Now it is 7. To me, it's going to be closer than what people think. But we'll find out because I don't know. The Niners really are who. I mean, as good as they were. Remember, all season I was like, I don't know how good this.
They
team
are
is.
who they are. They are who we thought they are.
Yeah. So I just didn't. I wasn't impressed by the Niners this year. I mean, they had a great season, but even at the end of the season, they kind of fell off a little, losing to the Falcons, bad teams.
Right.
I mean, they did beat the Saints, but we know how good the Saints were, in my opinion. So
Niners got exposed. They got exposed a few times, especially to Atlanta.
Right. Seattle beat them twice.
Yeah, Seattle, they show that they can't get their defense off the field when needed. This is why this game, what's going to come down to this game, I'm going to just use the word first quarter. If the Niners get up on them and get that crowd involved,
it's probably over. Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins looking like the Kirk Cousins we accustomed to looking at, they're going to run the Vikings right out of 9 to 10. I'm telling you right now. But if the Vikings go up 7-0 and get a couple of stops, let's say the Niners punt a few times, that's going to be a toss-up game, bro.
That's what I want to see.
That's going to be a toss-up game. I'm telling you right now. But if the Niners get up early, Kirk Cousins looks suspect, they're going to run them right out of 9 to 10, something like 34-17. But if Vikings get up early and Kirk Cousins look anything like he looked last week, oh, this is going to be a nail-biter. So that's what that right
Kittle.
there.
They stopped Kittle and a couple of
You can't stop Kittle. You can contain Kittle.
Rudolph is just as good a tight end in my opinion. They're both good tight ends.
I'm not going to say that.
No,
I love Rudolph.
He's not.
Rudolph reminds me of a Jason Witten when he was younger. He ain't Kittles. Kittles is a freak of nature.
Better than Kelsey? You saying he's the best tight end in the league?
Right now, say yes. Not last year. Look at. Wow. Not last year. Last year I love Kelsey. What I seen what Kittle and piece about on my witness. Kittle's one of the best blockers that they don't even mention that. One of the best blockers on the running game. Mostert and Breida, all these guys got all these hoes. Kittle's a big part of that. Then he catches the ball. Yards after the catch. The guy gets open. The guy's just a freak of nature, man. Best tight end I think can be ever if he continues this onslaught for years. No, I'm not saying now. Now listen to me.
He can be better than
About
Gonzalez.
5-10 years down the line. Yes, I think he can. I think he can be as good or better than those guys. Not better, but as good. Because those guys are the best ever. And you don't forget Mark Bavaro.
Yeah, of course.
Mark Bavaro was a beast. Okay, so now we're going to move on. Tennessee Titans 9-7, 14-2 Ravens. Action Jackson, Derrick Henry. What happens in B-More? Talk to him.
I think they get shut down, the Titans, this week. I think Mike Vrabel wanted to be Belichick. That was his goal. I mean, obviously, to win that game. But
hold up. Pete said Niners got an important guy coming back on defense. Pete, shoot me some names when you say something like that, my brother. Yeah.
They've had a lot of guys hurt. But back to the Titans, I think when you win a big game in Foxborough, that emotional, being your former coach.
So that's your low. They shot their low.
That's it.
Just like the Vikings almost.
You have an automatic letdown. And the Ravens been sitting, waiting. I think they're going to...
Well, my man Juice, the dog catcher, he loves Tennessee in this spot. He might even money line those guys. I don't know. I'm not going to go as far as money line.
I think they get...
But I can see them showing up.
I think they get blown out the frame. I think Ravens...
You don't think the 2 weeks off for the Ravens? Because you know it's hard to take 2 weeks off. You cannot emulate games.
Of course not, yeah.
You can practice all you want, but you can't make it look like a real game. I think a quarterback like Lamar Jackson can't afford to take a couple of weeks off because there's so much things he has to do to be as sharp as he is.
I just think that they played a statue in Tom Brady last week. They didn't have to worry about using the QB spy or nothing. This week is a whole different game plan they have to be ready for. And
you got some bruises in B-More.
Yeah, I don't know how they
some punch you in your mouth cats on the offensive side.
I think 10 is too little. I think they win by double digits going away. And the Titans, they won their big game. Hey, shout out to
so you don't see the Titans covering? This ain't free picks.
No.
I'll take a chance on the Titans covering the 10, but I don't think they're going to win. My man Juice saying they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win.
I think they get...
Okay, the line is -10, 46.5 in that game. Now let's go to another game. Let's go to Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium, where the 10-6 Houston Texans are playing the 12-4 Kansas City Chiefs, who to me are basically the hottest team in football right now. What does the Texans have to do to win this game?
It's a tough game.
Hard, right? It's hard to say this way.
I mean, when you play in overtime like that against the Bills, it was that hard to come back. You exert all this energy coming back with 16 nothing down, and come back and win the game the way they did. I mean, I think they'll be in it the first half. And you can expose that Chiefs defense, who's looked better in the last few weeks that they played.
They can't really tackle. You know what I'm noticing about them? They got pursuit. They got a crazy pursuit. Yeah. But in the playoffs, when you get these dynamite running backs, you got to tackle. Yeah. They got over with that latter part of the year because they playing horrible running backs. But when you got a Derrick Henry, bro, or, you know, who they got running over there in Texan land? They got my boy. They got Duke Johnson and who else over there?
Yeah, he didn't really do
They
much.
probably could overcome the poor tackling on this game. But the next game, they better step their tackling game up.
I want to see why
they do not tackle, man.
I want to see them get in this game and make it a game because they're pretty much. I mean, you don't expect them to start off fast. That's what I'm worried about. If they don't start off fast against this team, it can be 21-0.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
13-0.
I'm gonna call a blowout in this game.
Cheese blowout.
You know why? Andy Reid and them are so happy the Patriots are out the picture.
And then you know Andy Reid coming off a bye, 19-3. This is like a bye.
Yeah.
So
minus 10, 51 total points. I would take the Chiefs all day on this game, especially if they go up 7-0. Pat Mahomes and them go right up the field. Kelsey, you know what I'm saying?
Carlos Hyde, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Pete.
Oh, Hyde, yeah, you're right. Pete Hyde and Duke Johnson. They're not your best running back. I like Hyde. I loved him in college in Ohio State. But he hasn't been the high I expected of him. That's why the Niners didn't keep him, obviously. So they could get by this game with the poor tackling, but they cannot get by if they were to play Derrick Henry. And like right now, if they had to play the Titans, that would be real tough. And Titans already got their number. You know that. Yeah. All right, so your prediction real fast, you're basically like a blowout in this game, correct?
Yeah, I see them winning by 10, 7-13 in that area.
Okay, now Lambeau Field. Russell the Muscle Wilson.
Coming back to Wisconsin.
Double check. A-Rod Rodgers. Line is -3.5, 4 at Green Bay. Seattle coming up. I wouldn't say a big win because Carson Wentz got hurt. They actually got lucky. Green Bay has a lot of doubters, including myself. What do Seattle got to do to win this game? Talk to them. Look at them. You haven't been looking at them. Look at them.
I'm trying to figure out what they got to do to win this game. It's going to be tough.
First of all, you got to play defense.
Is Marshawn
Clowney and them got to play.
Is he back? Is Marshawn Lynch back? Do you think he's back? Because
he's not back to get you 100 yards.
What's their running game right now? Carson, all these guys out.
Well, they utilizing Homer real good. A lot of draw plays, sweeps. So Homer's getting 50+ yards. And then when you need the 3rd and 1, Marshawn Lynch is your guy, even though he got stopped last week severely. I mean, they stopped him 2 yards back. But he still beast more around that area. But he's not going to give you 100 yards. Forget about that. Unless he, break a 7-yard.
And I think to beat the Packers, you got to have a dual threat. I mean, you got to have a running game. I mean, Russell Wilson's a running game pretty much now to me.
Right.
When he goes in the shotgun and they can't find
him. And I keep telling you, DK Metcalf, he might not have a big game this week because such a big game last week. I expect the Packers to double team Metcalf. I really do. And maybe let Lockett beat him. Moore beat him. They're not going to let Metcalf go out there and have another 164-yard game. Packers will key in on him. But my thing is, can Seattle, what they have to do to win this game? Run the ball. Russell's got to be on the money. Shut him down on defense.
Stop Aaron Rodgers. That's it. It's that easy. Stop Aaron Rodgers.
How do you do that?
He's going to have enough.
Yeah, how do you do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what Green Bay got to do basically to win this game? I just say they just got to move the chains.
Yeah, that's it.
Move the chains, get Aaron going on all cylinders.
They're going to start off like 14-0, Aaron. They got to be able to maintain these leads.
I don't know, man.
Doing this a lot.
Seattle starts off slow, but I don't know about this.
Green Bay starts off fast, and then they slow down. There was many games this year where Green Bay looked good early on, then they just they foot off the gas.
Cowboy
pedal.
game. It was up like 4 touchdowns, remember?
Yep,
And then they let Dak
they did
stack
it so
it up.
many times this year, and then they just let the other team back in it. And the one guy you don't want to get back into is Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll, because they always find a way to come back in these ball games. You've seen against the Niners last week of the season.
Oh, Russ is one of the best.
And they come back, and next thing
Right.
you know you got your back to the wall now. You got to be able to close the game out. So, just if they can keep their foot on the gas pedal, they win the game easy.
Okay, we're going to get back to that in free picks. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Free picks is coming up. It's on y'all. If y'all don't want to make no money, that's on y'all. Now we going to the National Championship game finally on Monday night. I mean, so many days off for these young guys. You know, you can't give these young guys too many days off because they're young. They're going to do dumb shit. They're going to do stupid stuff.
They were ready. I mean, this only happened because of the stupid New Year's Eve thing they had a couple years ago.
Right.
When they had it planned for them to play New Year's Eve, the Final Four, but now that got scrapped, they pushed it back, and they already had the championship day for the 13th. So that was the only reason why there's such a long gap. That'll be fixed next year and the year after. So
that's great information.
yeah,
baby.
That's
Let me do the Marshawn Lynch shape.
Hold
All right. The line is 6. It's climbing. 669.5.
Open 4, 3.
My boy Pete Sabato is going to drop a couple dimes on this game. Trust me, I know how Pete get down. LSU definitely looks too easy to take them. I liked them last week when I put them in a teaser. You know I gave out Clemson early in the year. I still don't think Clemson will win this game. But if this line jumps to 7, I mean, you got to take the 7 with the champions, man. Don't you think?
2 years.
Don't you think you got to take that? Don't you think it's a big disrespect to Dabo and company who's been there and he got his quarterback? All right, he lost Watson, but he's got Trevor Lawrence. Do you think Trevor Lawrence right now is as good as Watson was when he was there? I would say damn near close.
Yeah, he's right there.
So basically, you just got to kind of slow up Joe Burrow. Don't let it be like where he's cutting you up the whole game. Put some pressure on him. Throw him on the floor. You know, you're not going to stop him, but you hope to contain him. If it goes up to 7, y'all already know what y'all need to do. But real quick, what does Clemson got to do to win?
Man, start off a lot faster than they started off against Ohio State. They have to do that. They cannot afford
Talk to them. Look at them. Tell them. They're the ones listening.
To go down big like they did at Ohio State. Because Ohio State didn't have the weapons to keep going. Joe Burrow and company.
I think they had the weapons to keep going. I just think Clemson just took over that game.
Yeah, but then they kind of choked. The referees.
And I don't trust Fields like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't trust Fields like that. But Trevor Lawrence is a whole different animal.
It's weird, though, because you don't see quarterbacks have perfect seasons like Joe Burrow's had. He's had a perfect season. No blemishes, no problems, no close games, really. Blew Alabama, blew out Oklahoma. Just no real super tests. I mean, he had a couple games where he didn't look amazing, but he looked great in every game.
Even them games, he was 21 out of 24. Right. I mean, this guy's incredible.
So he's having an amazing, perfect season. This is a long break, though, so I don't know. We'll see if he can maintain it, but for the Heisman Trophy winner to keep on playing at this level is just it's a credit to what he's doing. So I don't know if you're gonna give me a touchdown, though. It's gonna be hard for me to say. Give me the +7. I gotta take the plus points with an undefeated team that hasn't lost in 2 years, and that's been there. And I think they'll be ready.
But you gotta get 7, right? So if it locks in 6.5. Would you recommend to buy half a point or point?
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, so listen carefully, guys, because if you can get 7 on this championship game, a team that haven't lost over 2 years in the Clemson Tigers, I still think LSU Tigers is the better team. But we've been down this rodeo before where you give all these points to the dog and they win the game outright. Outright. So I don't want to be in that scenario again, especially picking Clemson from the beginning. I know I'm juggling because it's hard, man.
No,
these games are hard. As a gambler, you got to understand you're going to juggle your pick. But if you can get 7, jump on a 7 real fast. What LSU got to do to win real fast?
Just do what they're doing. They just got to do what they're doing because they know that.
Definitely move the chains.
They know they're the better team.
Now, let me ask you something.
They got to play like they know.
They get any running game going, I think it's over.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're the better team.
Yeah, they get any running game going, it is over. I'm telling y'all right now, if that kid Edwards, Clyde Edwards, is a beast. Mm-hmm. So they get Clyde Edwards going, it's over. All right, so anything else you want to add on before we move on?
No, that's it. I just hope it's a good game.
Okay, we're going to go to free pick session next. Now we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna have a little fun. I mean, we always have fun, right?
It's always good.
But it's always like serious fun.
Yeah, this is
Okay, we're gonna have real fun. I'm gonna say move, trade, or release. I'm gonna mention.
Move means like free agency.
Yeah, no, move meaning like just move on.
Oh, keep him.
No, move on. Like,
So which one is keep?
Yeah, I gotta add keep. Okay, we gonna add keep. Keep, trade, or release. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, I put two things that meant the same thing. Let me okay, keep, trade, or release. We're gonna start first. Jameis Winston.
Keep.
Wow.
I mean,
Tell him why.
30. He had 30 and 30 this year. I mean, it's kind of turning into like the NBA is right now. Everybody just chucking threes. That's it. It's just it don't matter how bad your shooting percentage is. Just like in baseball, it don't matter how many times you strike out. Everybody going for the long ball. And then just like in football, if you throwing the ball around the field, you're gonna get touchdowns, but you're gonna throw picks. So it's become more erratic. But that's just the way the game is. I think you
He's as erratic as they come.
there's nobody more erratic than him but Josh Allen. So
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to keep. He's a guy you want to keep in your franchise. He's been there since he's been drafted. He impressed me this year. A guy I didn't think he was going to do it, but maybe him and Arians are clicking. Something might be there now. I think you got to keep him.
Jameis is Jameis, though. I don't think Arians can change him.
No, he's not going to
I think what he could do is lower the percentage of bad throws by maybe changing the offense a little bit, maybe more running, maybe pick up a coordinator that can do receiver sweeps and all that. Just add more running into their repertoire. Because as long as you got Jamie stepping back, and I know he's got the numbers. I mean, I was picking him all year over 280 yards. He was cleaning for me.
Yeah.
He won about 10 out of 11 games. Y'all think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Go to Jameis Winston on ESPN, click him in the roster, and then click game log, and it's going to show you all its games. 300, 320, 440. That was easy money. Easy money. But that's for me. But for the Tampa Bay Bucks, it wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't leading to victories.
A lot of that games went over.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a fun watch. When you're watching Jameis Winston, you're going to get a pick six. Yeah. You're going to get a pick in your own territory. That's just Jameis. You got to take the good with the bad. Now, I don't think Bruce Arians came back into the NFL to deal with such type of heartache. Because he's going to give him heartache, bro. Now, you can lower that maybe by running the ball more. But you're still going to be like, oh, my God, when he does them drop backs and he's running around, potential pick all day. So you keep him.
Keep him.
I'm going to agree with you. You got to keep him. He's young. Okay, next name. This one's a tough one. A lot of y'all might get confused with this. We're talking right now. I'm not talking all time. Right now.
This offseason.
Right now. Big Ben.
I don't think you're going to get nothing for trading him. I think you got to keep him.
Probably get a fifth round, sixth round.
I don't know if you can get that.
Yeah, you know why a team I want him just for 1 year? Like, I could see the Bears wanting him for 1 year. Just to see what he could do with them.
I mean, I would say trade him if they can get something for him. But I
fifth, sixth round. He probably got 1 year left.
So I say trade him.
If you the Bears, I'll take him over I'll take him over Trubisky.
Right. Now, you can
I'll take him over
Trubisky. I know what you meant to say. That was warranted. That word was warranted. He's that bad. If they can get something for him, yeah, trade him. Because they're not going to, but they got to get another quarterback. They got to figure something out. Because I don't know if Duck Hodges is the answer or a Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph's not the answer, bro.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, he's not the answer. I'm telling you right now. I've seen enough of him. He looks nothing like the guy in Oklahoma State Cowboys. I know it's a different league, but he doesn't even look like the same quarterback, dog. You know what I mean? So
I'll say trade him. They can get something for him. And then just get a quarterback. You got to get a Drew Brees or get you can get a Phillip.
Yeah, but who's out there? You don't want to leave Mason. So when you make this decision, make this decision based on if they can get somebody in. I never heard Cam Newton's name going to Pittsburgh. Would you like to hear that?
I wouldn't. That'd be nice.
Right? Cam in a Pittsburgh uniform, black and yellow, would look sick. But I haven't heard that conversation, so I'm just making stuff up right now. That's making stuff up. That's not the raw truth.
We having fun. We just having fun.
Yeah, it's fun with it. Okay, same question. Drew Brees.
I already said.
Yeah, but whoever came in late can kind of catch up.
Or
Jeffrey Coopers, what up? Juan, what up, baby?
You gotta move.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys.
I say you got to move in a different direction. If it's been 3 years in a row. The same thing every time. It's time to move on. You got Teddy Bridgewater. You got Taysom Hill. I say you either trade or release him. If you can't trade him,
They got a good situation.
They have a great situation.
But they have to make the right decision.
I think it's time to move on.
I think me and you are agreeing of departing with Breeze.
He broke all the records already.
Keep Bridge and keep Taysom what he's doing. Is that a correct formula?
You want to win.
That's the correct formula? And I don't think they lose much going doing that either.
Because a 5'9" quarterback at this age, you're behind the 8 ball. So
And they stopping Teddy from doing him. Teddy right now could be in his prime.
Yep, we don't even know.
You know what I mean? So we agree with that. I mean, we do agree sometimes. Okay, this name right here is really important because it has to do with a lot what's going on right now.
Okay.
That's the Las Vegas Raiders. What they should do with Derek Carr. Keep him, trade him, or release him.
It's tough because I don't know if...
I'm not sold on Carr, bro.
I don't know. Nobody is.
I'm not sold on Carr.
I don't think Gruden is either. I think Gruden wants to move on.
He loves him and everything, but he knows he can't win with that boy.
But he was right there, too, though. They had a good season. It's not like they went 3-13 again, you know.
Yeah, but they have a good team.
Yeah, they do have a good team.
No, they got a lot of
That's
players
why
that can ball out.
They can bring in a Tom Brady or Phillip or somebody that...
Tom Brady in the black hole. Won't that be something?
Be crazy.
Well, I mean, not the black hole. It's going to be the Vegas hole, but, you know.
It could be.
I can see that because of Vegas.
Because that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
I think that would work. And then and obviously Breeze Carr would be out of there. But if they can't find a guy that can fill in, you got to stick with Carr because you can't try to gamble and start all over with a team.
Right. Hold head, what up, baby?
So I'm going with if they can get somebody, then obviously release him.
Okay, get rid of Derek Carr.
Yeah.
So Derek Carr days in the Raider land would be kind of over,
be.
even with the new beginning. You won't even let him start the new year just to see what he can do.
That's why it makes it so difficult because if they're gonna start the new year with somebody different, it's got to be somebody like a Tom Brady. It's got to be or
because you don't want to put a rookie out there.
Or Andrew Luck come out of retirement, something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you can't do that, you got to stick with.
I think you got to stick with him because you know that what you got this year, and he can maybe get better depending how hard he works in the off season. Okay, another big name I got to throw at you. I'm very interested in what you got to say because you love this guy a lot, and that's Phillip Rivers. What do the LA Chargers? No, you always talk highly of Phillip Rivers.
I say he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but that's highly enough. You know what I'm saying? Do the Chargers keep Phillip Rivers or they move on?
Nah, they gotta move on.
Even if you don't got a name out there. Now, they could get Brady. I could see them moving on.
They gotta move on though. I mean, it could be the end of the road here. For how much as Rivers wants to keep playing, he ain't got it no more. I mean, he's had his career. His career was dope, but it's over now. It's a wrap. He's got to know when to hang him up, and that's the problem with athletes when they get to that age.
So Phillip and Eli retire or kind of like leave their team at the same time?
Go off into the sunset or
struggle.
Take them out the pasture.
Struggle and hold clipboards.
Yeah. Take them out the pasture and it's over.
Wow. Okay, last name before we give it our free picks. Mitchell Trubisky of the Chicago Bears. This is easy.
Anything to get rid of him. Trade, release, anything. He's that bad. He was a bad pickup. We all knew it when it happened. I knew it. Everybody thought they anointed him as he was going to be.
Well, I got sold to that first year.
A lot of people did.
I got sold. I can't lie. But this is why I think you got to get rid of him. Nagy's their coach, correct? Mm-hmm. He implicated an offense that fits Trubisky the best to his powers.
His ability. Right?
Whatever he had going for him. It worked for 1 year. It worked dramatically. It was terrific how it worked. But once these teams started getting video and footage and start diagramming their defense to stop it, he cannot make the adjustment. Not Nagy, Trubisky. So that tells me this guy's as good as the offense they running. It's nothing really about him. It's the offense.
Right.
So to me personally, he better work on playing wide receiver, backup quarterback, stuff to stay in the league. Because after what teams seen how he performed with a good Chicago Bears fucking team.
Good team.
They got a good team. They ready to win right now.
Yeah.
They got receivers, running backs, defense, all that.
They got everything.
Mac, all that. Best defensive players in the league and couldn't win this year. So it's an obvious move on without him. Okay, now we going to that free pick session, Noah. We got about 4 minutes. I like to give my teaser last. Talk to the peoples. 29 25. We went 0-3 last week. We lost on every last drive.
Can't do it.
No excuses. There's nothing we can do nothing about that. We was in the game. Y'all seen it. There's nothing we could do. Let's give our 3 picks before we end this show, brother.
We're going to start with the Green Bay Packers-Seattle game. I'm going Green Bay -3.5, -4, whatever you can get. The lower, obviously, the better. But I think they win this game by a touchdown even more. I think they start off fast. They keep their foot on the gas pedal. They don't give it up. They know that Seattle wants to try to win the game late. I think they'll, at Lambeau, be able to control that team.
I think Seattle needs to make it ugly. That's another thing I forgot to add on. They got to make this game ugly just like in Lincoln Financial Field.
Yep.
That was an ugly game. I think they can win an ugly game, but I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to look pretty moving that rock all game. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is the one game the Packers win, and they probably get slaughtered next week to the Niners. But I think the Packers will win at least one game in this playoffs, and this will be it.
Yeah, okay. Packers -3.5, 4. If you get 4.5, we recommend you to bring it down to 4. You want to keep it at 4, just in case they went by 4 points. We like them at least by a touchdown. When is this? Sunday? This game is Sunday, right?
Sunday game.
Yeah, last game on Sunday. We like the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Play number 2.
We're going to Monday, the championship game. We talked about it already. Your boy Alyork gave him out before the season. Clemson wins it all. I don't know if they're going to win, though. But if you're going to give me 6.5, 7 points, wait till Monday. I say wait till
Sunday. With a team that haven't lost in 2 years.
Right. I say
right. They didn't lose much since they lost Watson.
Great offense, obviously.
And I told you those games that they didn't play nobody tough. It wasn't their fault.
Right. That's true.
And they showed up against Ohio State. Now, they showed up late. It took them like a quarter and a half to wake up, but they did. And I think that tune-up was beautiful for this game right here, if you ask me.
Yeah, it definitely woke them up, I think. And then the long break definitely helps Clemson more than it helps LSU, because LSU cruised through that second half of that game with Oklahoma. Didn't have to really put too much out there. Clemson had to fight, nail, tooth, and whatever, claw to win that game against Ohio State. So the break actually helps them more.
Right.
They had all that time to get back to normal. And if you're going to give me 6.5 points, I'm buying at the 7. And with a team that hasn't lost in 2 years, if I lose by more than 7, hey, so be it. I'll go to the grave.
And not only that, like you said, we went through this rodeo before. You can't give these teams all these points in the championship game with the whole world betting them. I mean, we're going to go against that all day. Yeah. Now, I got a couple prop bets that we're not going to count on our record that I would like to give out. Okay. If you can get Joe Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns, it might be -130. I like that. But if it's 3.5, leave it alone. Don't touch that 3.5. 2.5, he's definitely getting 3 touchdowns. And I also like yardage. I like if you can get him maybe over, let's say 350, 340-ish. I like that. Especially if it's a close game. I think he has to fling. And I think eventually he'll get it. So those are 2 prop bets you want to look into with Joe Burrow. And you can even take Trevor Lawrence over on yardage too, because a lot of people ain't expecting him to do as good as Joe Burrow. So those are just prop bets you might want to look at. Pete Sabato, everybody else, etc. Now my teaser, 2-team 7-point teaser, which the Saints killed me last week, so they took me out the 80% range. I mean, I'm probably still right at 80.
Still all right.
You know what I mean? But you know, if they win that game, we would have won another one. We're gonna start off. He might not like this game as much. Let me know now if you don't like it.
Go ahead. No,
don't let me know after.
I don't mess with your teasers.
Yeah, but no. You can mess with it.
80%.
It's the Alyork Sports Show. I'm not always right. I want to bring the San Francisco 49ers down to a pickup. Thielen's not 100%. Kirk Cousins shot their low last week. I think Mostert, Breeder, and company are going to physically handle the Vikings this week, especially if they get up early. Okay. Now, if they get down, then it's going to be a stressful game. Stressful. And Jimmy G has to step up, which I think he will. Okay. I think they'll make the game easy for him. Check downs, a lot of running like always, and occasionally go deep to Sanders. I think they win at least by 7. I'm hoping I'm right on that. You agree or you disagree on my pick? I'm just curious this time because I don't want you to say later you like the Vikings.
No, we'll see. I know I'm taking the points with the Vikings.
He's stupid. Okay, and second half of that pick, we're going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to bring them down to -2.5, -2.
Cakewalk.
Pat Mahomes and company. No Belichick in there. They can smell blood in Kansas City Arrowhead. Smell blood, and I think the Texans shot their load, and I'm really happy that Chiefs are not playing the Titans, because I think the Titans got what it takes to beat them again. They got the formula to beat them. Right. I don't know why, but like they say, styles make fights. That's Same thing with football games. Matchup problems. So we're going to take the Chiefs down to 2.5. So this is your free plays. All 3 free plays. You got the Packers minus 3.5, 4. You got the 2-team 7-point teaser. Niners down to a pick'em. Chiefs down to minus 2, 2.5. And last but not least, Clemson plus 6.5. If you can get 7, take the 7. That's your free pick session. Alyork, Noah Parker. Any last words for the peoples, man? Talk to them.
And with that,
lean back, y'all. Fat Joe.
And with that, make sure you share the video, put it out there, tell everybody about the Alyork Sports Show. We're coming to you every week. Every week. We don't play no games.
Basketball picks coming out soon. Yep. College basketball picks is coming out soon. So we're not stopping because football is ending. Don't get it twisted.
365.
Yeah, we can do this. I mean, he gives out golf picks. I mean, it's real like that. But right now, we staying to what we need to stay to, where the people is more focused on. NBA will be a key player of what's going on, right or wrong. And with that, thank all of you guys for continuing to tune into the Alyork Sports Show with Noah Parker. We highly appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to tune into us. And with that, keep your heads up. Noah Parker, Alyork Sport. We love y'all, man. Keep your head up, man. See y'all next week, baby.